Hi everyone. I thought I'd do another video. I've been meaning to do one for the last couple of months. For those of you that have been messaging me and asking for more videos, I'm going to do my best because I'm kind of winging it. I haven't been feeling great the last couple of weeks. My cousin was taken from us, my amazing, beautiful cousin. So I want to do this video in honor of him because he died helping somebody, helping a homeless man, and he was just the nicest, kindest and most beautiful soul that you could ever meet, and he would have done anything for anyone. And this is me trying to do what he would have done, helping people. So hopefully that is what I have been doing through my videos, and I appreciate everybody's subscribes and comments and messages. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to do videos as long as you want them, and yeah, see if I can continue to give any sort of reassurance that I possibly can. This video is going to be on health anxiety while going through withdrawal. Please excuse that. While going through withdrawal, because while I was going through withdrawal, I had the worst health anxiety. I was practically a Fruit Loop. I was constantly at A&E. I constantly had the ambulance out. I would ring the doctors every day. The receptionists were getting sick and tired of me. Well, it got to the point where they actually seemed quite concerned that I was calling. I actually called a couple of times a day, to be fair. I literally, like, the withdrawal just really grabbed hold of me, and every thought that popped into my head, every news feed that I saw, if I saw something on the news, on social media, if I heard a story about someone, it would literally like just send this just awful feeling through my body, and like my body would just grip onto the anxiety, and like I just thought that I had everything going. Like, you name it, I had things that hadn't even been made yet. The only bit of advice and reassurance that I can give is, don't believe everything you think. Do not Google anything. Google was the worst. At the beginning, I spent hours of the day on Google, and by the end of the day, like, I had 5 minutes to live, because obviously that's what Google's going to tell you. Like, and I know when you're in it, like, health anxiety is like the realest thing ever. Like, you truly and utterly believe that this is going to happen to you, or this is happening to you. Get the reassurance from your doctor. That is the best advice that I can give you. Don't try and seek it out yourself. Don't try and self-diagnose. It's literally pointless. Like, you're just going to make yourself feel even worse. I think that was like one stage of my symptoms through that process. It sort of spiked at different points, but I think at the end, as it, well, I wouldn't say at the end, as it was coming to the end, it got hella worse. It was not good. I mean, like I said in one of my other videos, most people would have felt embarrassed the amount of times, like, I went to A&E. I would just head down there. One little thought, that was it. I was going there, and like, I just had to, because it was going to be the only thing that was going to settle my mind if I went through the process of getting my bloods checked, my urine, whatever I could have got them to do, I would have done it. And 9 times out of 10, like, once I got to see the doctor would ask me, they would all ask me, what's wrong? Like, what is actually wrong? Because that, they obviously knew that, like, I was healthy. I mean, I did meet some very kind doctors that would actually answer all of my queries about the things that I thought that I had, and they would go through a long list of things that like I probably would have had before it got to the stage, you know, before, you know. So some of them were really nice and understanding. A lot of them were not. A lot of them didn't believe that I was going through withdrawal, and they was quite happy to tell me that they think that I need to go back on the antidepressants, which I didn't do. A lot of the paramedics also done that. I mean, most of the paramedics were very kind and understanding. Like, I actually used to call 111 just for chats. I actually used to go down to the local out of hours GP. So one doctor actually laughed at me. He definitely thought that, you know, I wasn't well. But yeah, that is just like one block of symptoms that I experienced through the withdrawal process. And I think that my health anxiety, when it was at its highest, lasted about oh gosh, well, it was up and down, but I think that maybe lasted about 2 or 3 months, I think, at its worst. But yeah, you don't, because at that point, my withdrawal, I went on the antidepressants because I had health anxiety. It was mild health anxiety, but it was, you know, set on fire by the pandemic. But it wasn't that bad. But so when I was going through the withdrawal and the health anxiety spiked, I thought that the withdrawal had stopped, and this was me, and this is like, I was stuck like this now, and I was just going to forever worry about my health. Like, every little twinge in my body, it was like, yep, this is it now. This is I know that this is it. Like, I would lay awake at night. I had this pain, and then, you know, obviously, as I've expressed in some of my other videos, I had to take various different antibiotics, and the last one that I took, as I said before, that like gave me like the worst symptoms, and it also gave me like pains in my kidneys. The way I went to the doctor, and I was adamant that they had done something to my kidneys. Like, I demanded that they ran tests that day, and like, she sent me straight from work to go and get like kidney function tests, and I got scans, MRIs, CT scans. Like, I literally demanded everything. Everything has come back perfectly fine. And then, funny enough, actually, after I had my MRI scan, literally the day afterwards, all the pain stopped. So I think a part of it was actually the anxiety that was like, a lot of these things we definitely create in our head as well. Like the pains, like you read something and then that's it. You've got this pain and then you're adamant that you have this thing. And your brain, it just works with everything very well, because yeah, once my mind was put at rest by having all of these tests done, I was a lot of the pains and that sort of stuff, it all just kind of stopped and subsided, obviously as the withdrawal went out. I mean, it did go on for quite a while, because it was still going on after I had my thyroid removed as well. That didn't help either. Yeah, that didn't help, because even after I had my thyroid removed, I was I was still going through the withdrawal, and I was going to the out of hours GP. I even demanded to see my surgeon a lot sooner than the follow up, because my wound wouldn't close, and that was freaking me out. I literally had half of my 6 weeks after, I still had half of my wound still open. So I was going to the out of hours GP like nearly every other day for them to like check on it, clean it, to bandage it up. In the end, I made the surgeon stitch it up, even though she didn't want to, but because she couldn't talk me out of it at that point. Yeah, I just want everyone to know that, like, just try not to let yourself believe that like all of these things are real. Like, this is part of the withdrawal. This is another symptom. Like, no matter how bad you think that it is, and no matter how much you tell yourself like you're quite sure that you have these things, and especially if you didn't, like I did have health anxiety before this, but especially if you didn't have health anxiety before going through withdrawal, you definitely just remind yourself, this is not you. This is one of the symptoms. Like, this is going to pass. Try not to read into all of these things that you think are happening to you. This is I mean, I could go on about health anxiety for ages. I mean, don't get me wrong, things still pop into my head every now and again, and I just convince myself and just let myself know that this is not me. This is not real. Like, you're fine, you're cool. But slowly everything, that's just me. But like, in terms of the withdrawal, that's not a part of it. But it does get better. It does go away. All these symptoms like slowly fade. I don't know, for some people it just will go just like that. Some people it slowly fades. I saw mine decline over a period of time. Unfortunately I didn't just wake up one day and it was gone, but I just started to have days, and I noticed it was going, like, when I'd realized that I had days where I started feeling more normal. But then it does take time, because then I remember I'd have like 2-week period where I felt normal, and then all of a sudden I'd be hit with a wave again, and then it would like send me back, but it would only last like a day or two. But I was convinced for the day or two that like this was it, and I was like, I was going to be trapped like this. But again, that was the withdrawal. But it does get better. These symptoms don't last forever. It's not something that you're going to be stuck with. You're not going to be like this for the rest of your life. It takes time. It is a process. As I've said before, it's up and down. Everybody's process is different, and I know that there are a lot of people that are suffering a lot worse than me, physically, mentally, emotionally, and it can take a toll. And I know it's difficult, especially if like you're a single parent like I was. That was really hard as well. Luckily I had close people around me. Well, from my neighbours, they were really helpful in terms of like helping me with my son and that sort of stuff. I have an older daughter, so she was helpful-ish. But yeah, try not to overwhelm yourself with putting pressure on yourself, because I was doing that a lot as well, and that really didn't help. And like, try not to have people around you that are going to stress you out more, because that definitely didn't help with my symptoms. That made things a lot worse. Yeah, as usual, if you have any questions, or if there's anything that like I didn't touch on, or there's something that I did touch on that you'd want me to elaborate on, please message me, leave a comment. This video is for my James. I also would like to put a link in the bio for people to sign and share a petition to have stronger sentences for knife crime. The petition has to be signed for Parliament to look at it by the 14th of June, so I would appreciate as many signatures as possible. My cousin, as I've said before, he was amazing, and he was helping a homeless man, and this shouldn't have happened. So hashtag justice for James. The link will be in the comment section. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. I know I've kind of waffled and I did wing it a bit, so I'm really sorry about that. I just thought if I don't do the video now, then I'm not going to do it. I've kind of been putting it off for a while. But yeah, I will try and do another video. If there's anybody that has anything that you want me to talk about that I haven't spoken about, I have got a lot of things written down about, I've kind of kept kind of a diary when I went through it, so there are things that like I haven't spoken about. So if there's anything that you're going through that you would like me to speak about, yeah, please don't hesitate. Okay guys, bye.